All right, episode number 48. I am here with an award-winning director. He's an actor, a writer, an influencer, a CEO. Man, this guy does everything. He's the founder of the Actor Advisor, a management company. My guy, William Jefferson Jr. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for that introduction.
No problem, man. Hey, it's well-deserved, man.
Oh, man.
Award-winning director. On your directorial debut, your first time.
Yes.
How did that, how? Tell me about the experience. How does it feel?
Well, thank you for having me. Thank you for bringing me. It's definitely been a roller coaster. That was my first time being a director and a creator. The title of my film was called The Decision. And I wanted to create this, and I've always wanted to be like, well, not always wanted to be, but I am a director, writer, and an actor.
Yes. But at what point, like, what pushed you to that decision to be a director? Like, did you put yourself in that seat, or how did that conversation go?
Yeah, because I would always like assist direct or like, you know, for different projects for different people, like, and they'll have me, you know, hey, do you want to help me assist direct? So I'll always do assistant director. Yeah. And so now I directed my first film, and it was amazing. I got the team really quick. I saw the post on Facebook, and my guy Ruben, he really inspired me because he did a film festival last year, 48-hour film festival. Yeah. And I watched him throughout the year, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this, because I was gonna just act in his. But I was like, you know what?
Have you ever did a 48-hour film?
No, I haven't.
Man, those seem so gruesome, and it is. I mean, you have such a short window to do it.
Man.
So,
and you got to be quick on your feet. You got to be creative. And I had fun. I really did have fun. Like, it wasn't too stressful at all. Everybody was on point. As you know, I won Best Film.
Yes, you did. Yes. And Best Female Actress.
Yes. Shout out to my best friend, Jessica Alcantar.
All right. Shout out Jessica.
Yeah. That was her first time being a lead actress.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
So
that is awesome.
And my bro, A.D. Samario, he was the writer.
Okay.
And I had a team with Jalen Knight and Issa Johnson. We're creating a horror series, actually, called The Puppet.
All right.
And so Issa is the camera guy, and Jalen is the writer and director. So I brought them on board to edit and shoot and do the lighting. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to strictly direct. I was going to act in it, but Ruben he was like, nah, bro, just go strictly for directing. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, it's really hard to juggle both, man.
Yeah.
Because I was on set with him with we did Black together in January. Okay. And he was both acting and directing in it.
Yeah.
So that is a hard seat to sit on.
It is.
You know, you're juggling not only the acting part. You got to memorize your lines. You got to know where the motivation is coming from and delivering it.
Yeah.
And then you're also got to think about the directorial side of things, where, you know, lighting, you know, angles. Yeah. You know, there's so much more that you have to think about. So
it is, and
especially for a 48-hour film festival, you can't do both, man.
And my inspiration is Tyler Perry.
That is awesome. Yeah, it's go. So shout out Tyler.
Shout out to Tyler Perry. Like, I watch him, and I was just like, okay, if he can do it, I know I can do it. You know. So had a great time, and we haven't celebrated yet because everybody's just doing different things, and but we're gonna celebrate again. And everybody, you know, we still, you know, we're still in this COVID too, so everybody had their mask. Everybody, you know, was just kind of keeping their distance. And it still turned out well. Nobody, you know, tested positive, and it was well. And I bought food for everybody and made sure everybody was good. And
that's good.
I had a couple people on there that didn't mind helping out, bringing food, PAs, like, you know, helping out. So it was really dope. And after doing that, I got so many DMs and people want to work with me.
I bet, man. On social media, you were everywhere. I mean, you were sharing your stuff. People were sharing your stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. That's been a hell of a ride. That's good.
Yeah, it was. And Ruben won best the People's Choice.
Oh,
we were going at it, man. When I say we were going at it,
yeah, the polls were pretty high.
It was crazy. We was going neck and neck. I was going to sleep, waking up like, all right, we up by 20 points.
Yeah.
Wake up, we up by 100 points. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, Ruben is pretty ruthless, man. He was in the film flip competition, and he when it comes to promotions, man.
He did his thing.
He is on it.
He gave me a run for my money. And usually when I say I give people a run for their money with the campaigns, because like I'm almost at 10,000 followers on Instagram. Yeah. I've won like campaigns throughout like in college and running for different stuff. So I kind of know, and I got a big fan base and a lot of family support from a high school, college, and et cetera, et cetera.
So let's talk about your big fan base, because I understand that you carried a fan base from a series that you were on when you were 18 years old.
Yeah.
Chicago, A Juke Story, right?
Yes.
So how was that? You were, 18, you're growing up, you're a senior, and then you star in this web series that you didn't even know was going to take off.
Man. It was crazy because, ever since I was younger, I always wanted to be an actor. I told my mom, and she was just like, nah, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer. You know how moms are.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing was, she just didn't know where to go, like, as far as to get started, because there's a lot of scams in Chicago.
And it was 90s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, where do you go for the 90s? I mean, I remember when I was a kid in the car with my mom, Home Alone 3, remember when it was shot in Chicago, that one? There was a casting call, and that's the only way we knew about it because of the radio. So there was no resources out there.
Yeah.
So, the scams are a big thing, too.
They're a big thing, but, I mean, I love my mom, and she put me in everything except, acting, dancing, karate, Boy Scout, basketball, you name it. So I did, get a chance to still be a kid, and I'm kind of glad that I wasn't a Disney kid or a Nickelodeon kid, because
they end up pretty weird.
Yeah. Sometimes they don't have that childhood, because they're around adults all the time.
You end up like Miley Cyrus or something.
So I had to wait till I was 18, and I didn't do any theater in high school. So when I got this opportunity from Maurice Diller,
shout out Maurice.
Shout out to Maurice. It was this series that everybody was talking about on the south side of Chicago, and I was like, I got to get on this series. And so I went up there, talked to him, and he was like, I'm going to make you the star. Come to the auditions, and went to the audition. I was scared. I was nervous, I'm not going to lie.
So you were going to be made a star, and you never acted before?
Never acted before, never.
Okay, so how did you talk yourself for the audition? How was that? Walk me through that process.
I just was like, look, Will, it can't be that hard. If there's something that you want to do, you're going to do it. I'm always up for a challenge. I'm always just like a go-getter, hustler, and I'm up for competition. So I'm just like, you know what? This is going to be for me. This is it right here. There's nothing else. I can't see myself doing nothing else. So I'm going to do it. I thought you had to have like a lot of money, with agencies. But I found out that if you pay for an agent, you're never supposed to do that. That's a scam. So, but with this web series, though, once I auditioned and I got the part, it was crazy because I'm like, wow, I'm really doing it. And he's telling me like, yeah, this is going to be on channel 25. Then it's going to be on YouTube. The next day if you don't have... or it was like an urban channel, 25. And I was a senior. So it was really crazy because I'm like, I want to go away to college.
Yeah.
Then once the episode hit, on my birthday.
On your birthday?
It was on my birthday, September 11th.
Okay, wow, what a birthday to have.
I know, right?
That must have been the depressing birthday of 2001. God damn, dude.
It came out on my birthday now.
So it came out on your birthday, and your birthday September 11th.
Yeah.
So right in the beginning of senior year.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. So
everybody at school was just like, oh my God, like the next day. Overnight. It was crazy. Twitter was going up, everything. I'm like, oh man, this is really it. Then I had a premiere party. Had my family and friends. We watched it all at home, and I was like, wow, this is really it. And then after that, that's when I'm like, do I want to stay here and go away to college? Because I was going to go to Columbia.
Okay.
For theater. I was going to go to Columbia. But
that's a really good college.
Yeah, it is. But I was like, I want to go to a historical black college. Growing up watching shows like Drumline and like all the shows talking about black colleges.
Yeah.
I was like, I think I want to go there. So I went to a small historical black college. Okay. Shout out to Miles College,
Shout
man.
out Miles College.
The Golden Bears,
Kid
man.
and Play, Kid from Kid and Play went to that college too.
Yeah, so I heard. Yeah.
He's an alumni. Yeah.
And it's in Birmingham, Alabama, on the west side, in a little small town, Fairfield. And I didn't study theater there. I studied communications. But reverse it back to a little bit. It was hard because I had this fan base in Chicago, and I'm like, I want to go away to college. So I just prayed. I was like, God, let me just do this. Let me get away, because I was getting kind of tired of Chicago.
You were getting tired of Chicago?
Because I was also a party promoter too. Okay. In high school.
So as well as an actor, you were a party.
Yeah, I was a party promoter. So everything kind of tied up together. And I was kind of tired of the fast life, the party life, always on the weekends, party.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I need to slow down. I need to refocus. And I was just like a C average student. So I was like, I really want to get into my books. I really want to get my education, my degree, and just focus really on me. So Alabama was the place to do that because there's nothing there for real.
Just cows and farms.
But I was in like a city part, so it was pretty cool. And a lot of Chicago people actually went to this school, and it's a lot of schools like around there, like Alabama State, Alabama A&M, UAB. I didn't even know like about Auburn and University of Alabama, the whole Roll Tide and War Eagle thing. I'm like,
a big college town, huh?
Huge. So I would go down there and party and meet people.
Were you a party promoter over there too?
I was.
You were?
But I balanced.
Okay.
And I made honors in college. I graduated with honors. So
did you act over there?
No, I didn't. And so when my sophomore year, when I found out Chicago was having like Empire, Chicago PD, all these shows were coming up. I was like, I gotta go back home. I need to go back home right now. Forget college. I'm going back home. I did my 2 years. But I was just like, no, let me go ahead and finish these 2 years. It'll still be there.
Yeah.
And look, it's still here.
It is still here, but that decision seems so hard.
It was.
To leave that fan base. And you say you had some fans.
I did. And yes. It was crazy. Even now.
Yes.
Like, most recently, I would like be in a store with my mom, and kids would come up to me like, are you Albert from Juca Chicago Story? I'm like, y'all still remember me? Like, that's kind of crazy. And so there's a guy named Tracy who was on the Juke Chicago Story. He left and created the Tracy Story.
Okay.
So we got all our friends from Juke, and he created the Tracy Story. And so he asked me to come on board with them, and so I became Matthew on the Tracy Story. So I was a different character.
So it's kind of like expanding the universe, like kind of like Marvel's.
Yeah, and then there was another guy named Dion who created Two Brothers, a Chicago lifestyle.
Okay.
So I was on both, doing both. And so Two Brothers hit 2 million. Tracy Story hitting over 20,000 views recently, all on YouTube. You can check all this out on YouTube. And Juke hitting 1 million. So all together, over 3 million.
Dude, you know how to pick them. That's crazy.
So I'm grateful for it, and I love all my homies, all my bros. We all coming together. But I just wish that we just all come together and just do
something one big nice project.
One big nice project.
Yeah.
I just wish that, and so but me and Dion, we're currently trying to come up with something. So
man, let's call it out right now on the camera. Yeah. Come on, everybody get together. Come on, man.
Listen.
Look, man, let's get all these teams together. Hey, you be the quarterback, you be the running back, you be the linebacker. Let's do something.
Let's write 30 minutes a piece. We can write hour and 30 feature.
There you go.
There it is.
There you go.
Seriously.
And you can have a premiere. You can do it big.
Everything.
Man. You can do it big.
And see, that's what I want Chicago in general to know, because I feel like here everybody just like so cliquish and don't want to work together. Actors, directors, they just like, I don't know what it is about Chicago. I feel like in LA and Atlanta, everybody coming together.
Yeah.
Everybody got a check. Everybody eating. And then just like Chicago, we just got this mentality like we're better than everybody. And
I think that mentality, I think what Chicago is like, everybody wants to be better than everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's the biggest division here. I mean, actors, it's basically a dog-eat-dog world.
Yeah.
I mean, auditions. I'm not sure how many auditions you went to that everybody's all happy to see everybody.
Right. It's like in the audition room and everybody just like,
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, what's for you is going to be for you. What's for me is going to be for me.
Yeah.
So there it is, you know. Especially like the guys. I don't know what's really with the guys. They just really, I'm like, you're like tall and super light skinned. I'm short, chubby, and black.
We don't even look alike.
We don't look alike.
We're not going to fight for the same role.
Like, come on, man. Come on.
So when you came back to Chicago, you jumped into the extra. You jumped into that role. What are the pros and cons to being an extra?
Let me tell you about background. So when I moved back home, didn't know nothing. Didn't know where to start, of course. My aunt Loretta, shout out to my aunt, who's like my manager low key. She told me about 4-star casting, Chicago Fire Extra, Chicago PD Extra. She told me to go on Facebook. She met somebody. My aunt is a sub, and she met somebody that's also an actor who's through like substitute teaching too, and we're trying to find out his name. Like I'm trying to thank him for him, but she don't know his name, and so he told her like, yeah, your nephew can go on these sites and do background, and it's a good way to meet people. So she told me about it.
And how long ago was this?
This was 2017 December.
Okay.
Yeah. Did that, and my first one was Chicago Med. And when
do you remember what the scene was? Like, was it outside?
Yeah, I was a homeless teen. Teen.
This was outside then?
Yeah, it was outside.
Oh, December.
Yeah. But it actually wasn't too bad.
Okay, it wasn't? Why?
Why? Because we had heaters.
Okay.
And we were layered up so much. Like, you're homeless, you got to wear, like, extra super duper clothes on.
Yeah, nobody told me that the first day in Chicago.
And it was amazing. Like, the food was good.
Always.
It wasn't that many people. It was only like 10 of us. And it was really, really cool. Everybody was just like really nice and was talking, all the background extras. And I'm just like, wow, this is amazing.
Were you paying attention to everything that was going on?
Everything, every details. And it was one girl who was like helping me out because it's a lot of language that you need to know while you're on set.
It's a different world, man.
It's a different world. And so when they're just like, second team and first team, I'm like, huh? What is second team? What does that mean? Because I didn't even know background was extras. Like, I'm like, why do they keep saying background? I'm like, what is that? And then she was like, that's us. I was like, oh, let me get up and go. So
you ever talk out of your boundaries and talk to somebody you're not supposed to?
Yes.
I accidentally talked to the director. I was like, hey, how's it going? I think you should do that.
I do it all the time. I talk to the PAs, cooks, everybody. I'm just the person that just talk to everybody. Like, I'm not the type of person to just talk to them just try to get a role, because I know that there's procedures and there's way to do things. Like, you gotta get an agent, you gotta audition, you cast a director, I literally have done research.
That's good.
Since 2017, like hard research.
That's good. And you did your research before jumping in, though.
Before jumping in, Good. So once I did that, every time I would be on set doing background, I would meet people, talk to people, and there's a lot of PAs that do filming outside. They're their own directors and writers, and so they were like, hey, you want to hop in my I'm like, I've never done it before, but I'm trying to get into it. They was like, you can do this so you can have a reel for yourself, and I was like, okay, dope. And so every time I'm on set, I just kept doing like Fire, Mad, PD, Easy, like everything was. I was getting bookings like crazy, and it was good money. And then I would always tell people like to follow me and talking to everybody. I'm like, follow me. So that's kind of how I got my followers too.
That's good.
Got a lot of actor friends on my page. Directors, writers, creators in general.
And that's good to network. I mean, I use, like, anytime I was on set, I try to use it as a networking opportunity. Whoever I was next to and be like, hey, what's your social media handle?
And it has to just be like genuine. It can't just be trying to force. And that's what a lot of people do. They force things. And you could tell when people's with their energy. So I'm all about energy. I'm just like, hi, and then they're just like, hi, or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, you hate life. Get away from me.
No, let me know. Or there's sometimes I'll be like, I'll lift them up a little bit with my spirit, and then they'll kind of either ease up or they'll still be in the same zone. So that's
how long did you do background until you started getting into like the independent scene, like some more independent films?
So I did it within 6 months.
Good.
Me and my friend Callie Rose, shout out to Callie Rose.
Shout out Callie.
We sat there on Chicago Med, and I was just like, you know what? In 6 months, I'm gonna get me an agent, and I'm gonna be auditioning, and I'm gonna, I'm really gonna go for it.
Manifesting it.
And in the third month.
By month 3.
By month 3. Got that agent, start auditioning, start to really get into it. Start to do independent films, like hard independent films, and I'm on Amazon Prime now. I'm in I still was doing Juke of Chicago Story.
Yeah.
Still was doing.
What projects were on Amazon Prime?
So I did New Ties.
Okay, New Ties. Shout out Dorian Johnson.
Yes, sir. I played DJ on there. I was a guest star.
Okay.
On there. And I also did Crime Stoppers, which is Emmy nominated.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's a show where it showcases like the different crimes that was going on in Chicago, Indiana, and if you look like the person, then you do like the reenactment.
Yeah.
So I did that a couple times with Matt Campbell.
Was that fun?
That was really, really fun.
Did you like hold any weapons, or what was your scenario?
So I did a victim of a cousin where they was like they got into it at a party, and then the guys shot my cousin and right in my arms, and then they ran away, and I had to carry him down the stairs, call the police. Like all that is on the
dude. I bet like your arms got tired. No, like,
no, not for real. Like it was just like a little. It was so fast.
Okay.
And so that was fun, and that was on CW, and so that was Matt Campbell, who's the Emmy nominated producer. And I'm just constantly just doing independent projects, putting myself out there, networking, meeting people, and it went from there. And so now I get a lot of opportunities just by presenting my work, posting my reels, posting new headshots.
Man, you're big on that, dude.
Yeah, I'm super big on it, and a lot of people don't like that, and they just be like, "You should post your every move."
You're selling yourself. It's what you're supposed to do.
You have to, and a lot of my opportunities come from that.
Yeah.
Some independent directors would DM me and like, "I've seen your work, I know who you are. You don't even have to audition." And that right there is amazing. Now I would like that same kind of treatment with the big stuff, with the major project, with the major TV networks.
It will, man.
And it will, and I enjoy it. And it's like I'm not bragging or anything like that. I actually motivate people too.
Yeah.
I get a lot of messages from people saying, I've never. I give up sometimes, but just by watching you post this, it made me want to get up and do this. And I was like, ooh, that right there is what I do it.
You're not giving up.
I'm not giving up, man. And it's been plenty of times, trust me, where I'm just like, you know what? This is not for me.
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore. I'm not in Hollywood yet. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not booking. I'm not doing nothing. Like, this is it. Why am I doing this?
Everybody goes through that, man.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I go through that. I mean, I'm pretty sure you go through that, like, as of recently.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, it's such a negative thing. I mean, you get stuck in there.
Yeah, you do. And my advice would be is just to take some time for yourself, self-care, surround yourself with encouraging people that want to see you do better for yourself. And just balance. Life is all about balance. I'm constantly working on my craft. However, I try to balance the social life and self-care at the same time. But you got to make sure yourself is good first before anything else. And that was kind of my problem. I'm always trying to make sure everybody else is good, and I forget about myself. So that would be my advice to anybody in this industry or outside. If you're just a person that does hair, or you're the bus driver or whatever, be the best that you can be.
Be the best, no matter what you do.
No matter what you do, and do what it is that you do best. Like, everybody can't be an actor. Everybody can't be a teacher. That's what I was trying to tell my mom. Everybody can't be a teacher. Everybody can't be a doctor. Somebody has to be the assistant.
Yeah.
Somebody has to be the person to let them in the door, go upstairs. Has to clean the floors, man. Somebody has to do it, and be grateful and be thankful for that, and love everybody.
Everybody has a position in life.
Yes.
Come in.
Sorry I'm late, boss. I just got your email. You wanted to see me?
Yes, I did. And I think you know what about.
You're promoting me?
Really, Micah? Just at a time like this.
At a time like what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. What happened to my sandwich, Micah? What happened to it?
Your sandwich? Oh, from
The refrigerator. How very astute of you. And how would you know this unless you actually took it?
You think I took it? I would never.
Admit it, Micah. Do not make me pull a security feed.
Okay, I took it. He was just calling my name. It was just sitting there. Turkey breast, sliced avocado with mustard, kale, and sourdough buns. I can just taste it right now. It was just sitting there. It was.
I see. Pack your office. I want you gone in an hour.
Wait, you're firing me?
What?
What else could I have done?
You could have respected my sandwich, Michael. Out.
Really? I mean, I could have bought you another one.
Do not make me call security.
So you're starring in your first voiceover gig as Dwayne in the new animated series Malcolm and James.
Yeah.
Now, voiceover is like a different world, man. Way different than live action. You're not telling a story with your body. You're telling a story with your voice.
Yes.
So how was that experience? How was that preparation?
Oh my God, I get so excited when I talk about voiceover work because that's something I've always wanted to do as well. Growing up watching like Lion King and Cartoon Network and like all the shows, like I've always wanted to be a voiceover actor. I'm like, that seems like it could be fun.
And then you hear kids when you're a kid doing it, you're like, oh my God, they could do it. I can do it. Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I've got to get into some voiceover acting. So I created a voiceover reel, looked some things up. And during the pandemic when the pandemic first started, there was my agency, Chicago Talent Network.
Okay.
They will post like people every time they book, it would be like a voiceover. And I'm like, these people are booking like every week because everybody would be at home recording, making that money. So I'm like, I need to hop on that board. This is the time where
So when you say you created your voiceover reel, you never did voiceover work
Never
before.
did voiceover ever.
So what material did you create the reel with?
I went to a studio with Matt Campbell. Shout out to Matt Campbell. Matt is the guy. I'm telling you.
That's the guy.
I'm telling you. I'm also like an ambassador for them. So I bring people. He does headshots, demo reels, and voiceover reels. I brought the idea to him. I'm like, look, voiceovers is where it's at, Matt. Look, people need this.
Yeah.
So I was like the first bunch to do the voiceover. And I did it. And I took a couple of radio classes in college. And before, in high school, I used to work for McDonald's in a drive-thru. I was the only guy that worked in the drive-thru. Like, all the other guys, of course, was on a food table. But the manager said, like, you know, you're really good at presenting and customer service. So they put me in. And every time I was in the drive-thru, somebody would come around. They're like, "You got a radio voice. Like, have you been on the radio before?" And I'd be like, "Thank you for choosing McDonald's, man.
And this is after college?
This was before college.
Before college?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I knew I had that voice when people would tell me that.
Communications, man.
Yeah, communication. So I was like, okay. So I would practice some stuff. At school, I got some stuff, sample work and different stuff. Because I wanted to be a radio personality. But I was like, I don't know. I was like,
what kicked that off?
What really kicked that off? Acting, really, because I'm like, maybe I'll just do like TV personality more so than the radio.
Okay.
I feel like radio has kind of gone. Everybody's doing like podcasts and stuff now, so I'm like,
and there's very few radio personalities out there
that people really know.
Yeah,
so I was like,
to God for me.
Yeah, so I was like, maybe back in the 90s and 80s, then they'll probably
Jobo,
But now it's like, nah, more so people visual TV podcasts.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. I can still do this for that, presenting and a lot of my college friends do like, at Miles they teach you, they want you to be like an anchor. And so I'm like, I'm not being an anchor. I am not going to be an anchor sitting there. Well, today live here. And I'm like, no, that's not going to be. But it was really good to have those skills.
Yeah, because they teach you some fundamentals that you need.
How to
project your voice.
Yes.
How to control your page.
And I'm always like nervous and was shy. And the more I kept doing it, my teachers and my instructors, the more I got better and better. And I'm like, oh, this is it right here. And now people call me up to present every single time. They be like, if whatever we're doing, everybody looking like, Will. I'm like, oh.
Did you get stage fright or you're
No, not anymore.
Not anymore?
Not anymore. And so voiceover. So I was like, I got to send this out to agencies, and I got signed with Chicago Talent Network.
Wow, off of the voiceover.
Off of the voiceover, they gave me a script, Matt Campbell, and I was just doing it, and I'm just like, whatever, blah blah blah. Some insurance with Allstate or COVID-19. Make sure that you wear your mask, stay 6 feet apart. Visit COVID19.com.
Yeah,
and they liked it, and they gave me an audition instantly. And so I did book a group study kind of commercial, and so if it gets picked up, then it's going to get bigger for it was a bipolar depression medicine.
Okay, so you're hoping it gets picked up for national?
Yeah. So fingers crossed with that.
Speaking into existence.
Yeah.
Can happen.
So, but I saw this opportunity with Malcolm and James on Facebook, and
just scrolling.
It was in a black filmmakers group on Facebook, because I'm in a lot of groups on Facebook, and so the director Josh Abrams, shout out to him, he posted he was looking for people, and I was like, this is a go right here, let me go for it, let me send my stuff. Got it, he liked the voice, boom, got the role.
And Dwayne, tell me about your character Dwayne in the series. Who is Dwayne?
So Dwayne is this guy who's like a hard, thug. He's in school, in high school, and he's dumb. He's just dumb as hell, and he don't really care about he's just dumb, just bully. He's this bully.
Okay.
And
so the stereotypical
just like, hey, you gonna do my homework?
Yeah.
So that's me like, hey,
a Debo.
You gonna do my homework? Yeah. A Debo, basically.
Straight up Debo.
Yeah, and the series is hilarious, and I can't wait to do more. And
where is it available?
It's available on YouTube. It's available on YouTube.
Okay.
And we're on episode 3 right now. And so I'm excited to work more with him.
All right.
So,
some more projects.
More projects, and after that, it's only really up from here. I'm trying to get into more now, so I've been in Clubhouse, listening to voiceovers.
Yeah, since COVID, Clubhouse was birthed somewhere along the way.
I got a chance to work with the voice of Ash Ketchum from Pokemon.
No shit.
Yes.
What does he look like? What is she?
It's a she. It's a she.
Man.
I did not know that.
That's crazy.
I was like, what? And I got a chance to do a Pokemon voice. Like they was doing like this, like challenge thing where they create like a Pokemon and do like voices and.
So what did you do an existing Pokemon's voice or did
no?
You
it was like one that was created.
Okay.
And I forgot what it was, but it was really
good,
dope.
You forgot because I was about to say what is it?
It was dope though. It was really dope. It's like you have to like the way they were saying it, like you know, like Pikachu for example, and she'll give like a scenario like say I love you with the Pikachu, and you just be like Pikachu, like I love you Pikachu.
But his voice is kind of like hi, like
yeah, Pikachu,
okay, I
like that. Yeah, so I'm like, oh, that's how they do it. They talk with their names. That's how they talk, and I'm like, oh, that's super dope. So it was an honor to do that on Clubhouse. Clubhouse is really a really good platform to use right now. Everybody's on there. Yeah. Producers, directors, all the top dogs.
You can get in touch with anybody.
Everybody.
You were a moderator for a room with Tyrese.
Yeah, today.
Yeah, that's
today.
What's up, man.
That was really dope. He was giving good advice to actors. And he made some people like moderators that were just like giving their advice on stuff, and I was like, me moderator, and I gained over like 200 followers.
Shit, on Clubhouse.
On Clubhouse today.
So but I want to talk about COVID because you just talked about that.
Yeah.
How did COVID impact the way you view creating?
So, in the beginning of the pandemic, I honestly thought I had I thought I had COVID, but okay. I might have
said anything, right?
Huh? No, I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, because I was feeling a little chills. I didn't get like all the symptoms, but I was just like feeling chilly. But like when things were shutting down, I was at home.
Okay.
Like I was at home during the whole quarantine, staying in for like 60 days straight.
Really?
Like I would go to the grocery store because I knew it was coming. Went to the grocery store.
Did you buy toilet paper?
Yeah, bought like everything. It was like a lot of stuff that was like not on the shelf. I'm like, this is crazy. Like this is really.
Then you started panic buying, right? You started going a little crazy with buying, or did you keep it very?
Not really.
No?
And then there was a lot of like companies and different organizations that was giving out stuff in my neighborhood. And so I was grateful for that. And but I was just like at home. Like when everything was shut down, nothing was open. I was at home doing, listening to interviews and watching TV, binge watching stuff and reading and all the stuff that I never could have done because I was like really all over the place. Like last year was supposed to be my year, like to really get it,
Yeah.
So
2020, everybody's life.
It was supposed to be everybody. So,
but everybody, figured it out.
And I couldn't find a mask. I'm like, oh, we gotta have a mask, and I couldn't find a mask anywhere.
Yeah, when it first started.
Yeah, when it first started, I was like, what?
I got yelled at so bad.
I was like, how am I gonna get a mask? And so I was hitting up people. I would see people like creators that that do clothes and stuff. They would do masks. I'm like, can I buy a mask from you? Like, and I called my old babysitter. Like, do you still make clothes? Can you do a mask? She's like, I don't really do them.
You went that far back.
I went that far.
Babysitter. That's funny.
I'm like, can you make a mask for me? Because I know she like knits and stuff like that. She was like, I'll try. So I did get a couple of masks or whatever, but I was feeling like not super duper sick, but just like feeling like chill, not really feeling myself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shoot. I was like, God, Lord, please. I'm like, I'm staying home. I'm always a person to drink like orange juice and vitamin C.
Yeah, so
I keep I keep my immune system up, water, tea, all the time. But I was just in my room. I didn't go in the other room with my grandma, and I wasn't around my mom and my brothers. I was just like in my room, and I told them. They was like, okay, just be kind of chill. So they didn't get any this. So I'm like, okay, so it might not have been COVID, but it might have. I didn't go get tested or anything because I was like, okay, what if you're not, and then you go get tested, and then they say you are?
Yeah, false positive.
False positive. Like, I was just thinking about that, like, so much with this COVID stuff. It was like so much going through my head.
Yeah, but then you ended up getting past it. So either way, if you had it or not, you're not getting the antibodies. So good.
So once I, was good, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna be just, still 6 feet, but really like 7 feet now. Wear double gloves, double mask.
Yeah, you went in with a beat.
Every 5 seconds, I'm like, hand sanitizer. Every 5 seconds, I'm like, to everything. I'm with everything, man. So, and people were still doing productions and stuff like that. So I'm like, whatever. I'm like, you know what? I'm still gonna be safe, but like let's get it. It's work to be done still. The world can't stop.
So how did you maneuver around COVID with creating?
So I just did all the COVID protocols. That's it. Stay at 6 feet when I need to be. Don't be near anybody. Go get tested every now and then. Especially for like some productions would require that.
Yeah.
Especially getting temperature checks. And now I only do projects that require COVID protocols.
Yeah.
You might not believe in it, but I do.
Do you do the nose test?
Yeah, but I didn't do like the one that went all the way back. When it first started, when it was going all the way back.
Your brain and see if it lasts.
I was like, oh, heck no, man.
No.
I'm like, they gotta do, so now they changed it now to like little swab nose
I'm okay with
in
that,
the mouth.
Man.
I'm like, they had to, because people wasn't going to take that going all over the back like that. I'm like, it's got to be something else.
Was that pink thing at the end of the...
Yeah. So I didn't do that. But now, they do the swab, rapid test, and it's real gentle, real easy. So I've done over 11 projects.
Since
probably more than that now. And all been safe.
That's awesome.
And
nobody has contracted anything.
Nobody. Not that I know of.
That's good. It's kind of shaky answer, but that's good.
Yeah. Not that I know of, because like I said, like I didn't have it. Yeah, so nobody else would have. And I would get tested like all the time, at least once or twice every 2 weeks, and I kept in contact with everybody who I knew, who I was around.
That's good.
Like I said, when I was around, it still would be pretty far. So God is good.
So since COVID, you ended up birthing a company, an LLC.
Yes.
You kicked it off this year. So 2020 backed you down.
Yeah.
But you started 2021 with a fucking bang.
I like it. It's got to be picked back up.
Yeah. So how did you come up with the Actor Advisor? What inspired that?
So the Actor Advisor came from last summer. I was... getting a lot of like DMs and messages from people because they would see me doing projects and they want to know how do I get started, and I would just tag them in something that these casting companies would have. I'm like, go on this director's page. They're on live right now, giving the good spills.
Yeah.
Giving tricks and stuff like that, or watch this coach on YouTube, or. Claire Simon's looking for people, meals for monologues. You better get on that boat. You better hop on board.
That's good. You would tag. You would do all that.
All of that. Okay. And because I just feel like it's you got to help somebody. Somebody helped me, so why not help somebody else?
Yeah, you give the game right back. I believe that too. But man, you went all out.
I was going all out until somebody was like, you know what? You need to make a business out of this. You need to make some money from this. I'm like, no, I just want to do this out of kind of the heart. Shout out to Dre Jackson, my unofficial manager.
Shout out Dre, man.
And my best friend, Blue J. King.
Shout out Blue.
So I would help people, tell them exactly what they need to get an agent. I'm like, this is where you need to go get professional headshots. This is where you need to go to do your demo reel. This is where you need to go to Vagabond, Green Shirt Studio. Like, here's the classes that you need to take.
Man. Step by step.
And I would get like people signed, like 4 or 5 people.
So within that summer until January, how many people got signed?
6.
6 people?
Yeah.
Since January?
6.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay.
That's amazing.
I'm
That's
like,
good,
you know what?
man.
I think I want to make this company.
Yeah.
So January 1st, all of December, I was getting it together. I was thinking about what can I name this thing. I'm like, what is already out? What's not already out? I was looking that up. Had my friend Ashton Voss, my business partner, and he has a business himself, so he was kind of helping me. I didn't get into any classes or reach out to like somebody that's in the business. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do this for myself. Yes. Because sometimes when you do that, like, you get discouraged, and then people tell you like, no, don't do that, don't do it. Yeah. So then nobody knew. I had private clients at first.
That's good.
And then I made it public in January.
That's awesome. So it's official now. You got the EIN, you got the LLC.
It's own and popping.
Form of acknowledgement and all
the
that.
The actor advisor.
That is awesome. And I love the name. I love the logo.
Yeah, and it's more than
simple. I love
it is.
I love it.
Yes, and it's more than just getting an agent. It's like a consultancy for and it's a shoulder like weight off of agents. You know,
yeah.
I'm sure they get emails all the time from with selfies, resume ain't right. They ain't got no demo reels. Or the demo reel's not right. They don't know what to say.
They don't know what a slate is.
They don't know what a slate. You come to actor advisor, you're gonna know.
That's awesome.
You're gonna be prepared, and it's gonna be up to the agent at that point whether or not they want to take you. As if even with the type, my goal is for you to stand out somehow, some way. Although you it might be somebody that look like you or something, but it's something about you that's gonna make you stand out. Something special,
like
about
a skill.
You.
Like, you know,
a skill. You something in your life too. You know, I always tell my clients to, be real, be you, be realistic. You know, don't try to be anybody else when you meet with these agencies and clients. And so, some agencies know who I am now, and it's crazy.
That's awesome.
And some of my agents, the clients that I have, like some of my agencies, they love that. They like, I love that you're doing it. They're now like trying to. They support
you're
me.
Prepping. You're prepping
them.
Next. Yeah.
Yes. And two of my clients, one of them booked Chicago PD. Another one, both of them actually booked
Congrats.
Chicago PD.
What are the names?
My son Wade and Montel Spurlock.
Shout out to them, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. So who's a part of the business? What departments do you have?
Yeah. So of course, I'm the CEO. Blue Jay King, he's part of the self-tape department. So like, we help people that if you got an audition, you need a self-tape done, or if you don't have any reels, we're gonna give you like a self-tape to do for yourself, like with a monologue over the scene. So he does that. Sarai Quanice, we met on doing like virtual classes and social media. She does the resumes. She's like stamped like all of the top managers and people know who she is. She found like the right format for resumes, and she's gonna get your resume right where it needs to be. So she's a part, and then Jayla Knight, he helps edit like if you need your demo reel.
Yeah.
And Angel Rosario, he also does self-tape too. So like Blue Jay's not there, we have a backup.
That's awesome. So once you get the self-tape done, you send it to the editing department. Man.
And then Ashton, he's over my graphic designer and social media management.
That's
too.
awesome. So and you do photos, right?
I do photography. And I'm like, I need to get into some headshots.
Yeah.
Because that's something that needs to be done.
That would complete the total
whole thing,
dude. Just a one-stop shop. Come to me. I'll get your headshots. I'll give you a demo reel. I'll create the resume for you.
And everything is 50-50-50. It's really, really simple. 50 for consulting, 50 for resume, 50 for self-tape, 50-50-50. So I tell her, like, invest in your craft, and you're not going to get, for you to make maybe about $200 or $300 to really get your package together. That's really, really cheap. You're going to be making thousands once you're done with that.
Yeah.
I could be charging way more if I want to, but I'm not.
That's a good price.
I'm not even making like enough for that. So this hobby became into a business, and so I was like, why not?
Gems, dude.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. And now I'm known like in Atlanta and California too, because I found another company, the Actors Blueprint.
Okay.
My guy.
Actors Blueprint.
Yeah, my guy Mike and Roman on Clubhouse, and we did a room together and had people in there talking, and they do the same thing. So they do the same thing in LA and in New York. So I'm the Chicago
You're the Chicago based.
person,
So
yeah.
You take care of the Chicago market. They take care
LA
of
and New York.
LA and New York market. That is good, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my stomach is turning good. I feel so good. Like it feels good.
It does.
It feels good for me to sit like across from you. Like you're doing so much good,
much.
not only for yourself but for everybody around you.
Yeah, and I need a vacation. I'm doing a vacation
Florida
pretty soon. No, not Florida.
Not Florida?
I was gonna do Florida.
Why, is it too open?
Now I need to go like Puerto Rico out of the. I just got my passport.
Okay, awesome.
So I need to go somewhere.
Okay.
Jamaica, Puerto Rico.
So for the actors that want to get into acting and don't know where to go, your spot is the definite go-to. Where can they find an actor advisor?
Yeah, so you can go to Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I'm in the process of getting my website. Slowly but surely I will have my website. But right now everything's been through social media because it's free.
Yeah, and that's the best market to have it. I mean,
yeah.
It's basically social media is going to end up being a funnel to your website. You know, like once all that's established, all right, go to the website, book your stuff, book your stuff, book your stuff. Then it's
at the Actor Advisor.
Okay.
At the Actor Advisor. Just recently got like 1,000 likes on Facebook.
Okay.
As like the business page.
Yeah.
And I have a private group with 178 people in that group.
That's awesome.
132 followers on Instagram. Looking to get more soon. And then my Instagram, I have it in my bio. So the Actor Advisor. Soon I will be doing a YouTube. So,
all right. So on the YouTube, what are you going to cover?
I'm gonna be covering like tips and tricks and things that you want to know.
Yeah.
Things that you don't know. Things that my experiences. Covering other people's experiences too.
And it's good. I actually follow this guy. I'm not sure if you follow him, Jonathan Milton. Have you heard of him?
Jonathan Milton.
I think he's based out of like Texas. He's like a filmmaker in Texas.
Never heard.
Every few days, he's always posting like Jonathan's tips or filmmakers' tips, and I love those so much because he's giving so much game. And I feel like a YouTube would be perfect.
Yeah,
for that, you know,
like the do's and don'ts and
exactly. Especially if you can make it a visual out of it.
Yeah.
Like, do this. Don't. Do that.
Yeah. Why
really
not?
Good.
Why not? And it's been working. Everything has been working. This is nothing, fake or nothing like nothing made up. I have emails to prove, text messages to prove, all that good stuff. So
that's good, man.
Because I know there is really some scammers out here, and I have no reason to do that whatsoever. And I get messages from people like asking me like really stupid questions, and I don't even bother to like, well, what is this money going to? What do you mean? Or what am I going to get out of it? Or how do you know if it's guaranteed? Nothing is guaranteed.
No, you have to work at it.
You have to work at it. Then I have some clients, well, not clients, but people that will, potential clients that are not doing the things that I tell them to. Like I'm telling them these are the list of the photographers you need to go to for your headshots. And then they come with me and they're like, oh, well, I can do my own headshots. And I'm like, okay.
You can do a selfie?
I'm like, okay, let's see what it is. Then they send me, I'm like, that's not going to work. Or they'll go to their friends or they know their photographers or somebody. I'm like, okay, if they can do, good headshots, let's see. It still don't work. I'm like, I told you to go to these particular people for headshots and you didn't listen. So 3 strikes, you're out.
You wanted to go the cheap route.
And I haven't even done like any contracts or anything yet, but that's coming soon.
Dude, you got to, because you're wasting time with people.
Yes.
Man. You got to get that shit out.
It's definitely going to be done.
So what words of advice could you give to young aspiring creators?
My advice I would give is just to do it. Stop what you're doing right now. Get up and do something about it. Step by step. Do something step by step to do it. If you're working, save like $10 every out of that check. Put it to the side to buy that camera or to invest in a class. If you want to be a filmmaker or if you want to be an actor. Research. YouTube is your #1 fan. Anything that you want to know, Go on YouTube. How to become an actor, how to become a filmmaker. A lot of people are lazy. A lot of these actors are lazy. Coming to me, asking me questions that are on YouTube. Seriously, and it's crazy. And I feel how agencies feel and how casting directors feel or whatever, because everything is on YouTube.
Yeah.
So
when you're asking dumb questions, you're not applying yourself.
Not at all. You're being lazy, and you think things are going to be handed to you. And let me tell you, in this industry, nothing is going to be handed to you. And so, and I haven't even been to Hollywood yet, and I know, right, just being in the Chicago market, it's tough. You got to have tough skin.
Yeah,
tough skin. Know where you been, know where you're at now, and know where you're trying to go, and you can do it. You know how to be like, if I can do it, you can do it too. No, that's so true.
You just gotta do it, man.
You just gotta do it.
Gotta go for it.
And don't let fear get in the way.
Yeah.
Because that was my problem.
Yeah.
I let a lot of fear, because there was a lot of times where I would see opportunities and I'm like, dang, I wish I would have done that. But now, any opportunity come across me, I'm going for it. My friends hate it. I read stuff every time I see stuff like giveaways, sponsorships, grants, all that stuff. I be getting it all.
That's
because I don't let nothing pass me. But I be like,
that's good.
I be getting auditions, casting calls. I be on it,
dude.
And they be like, "How do you find this stuff, man?" Research.
And the thing is, you're putting yourself in those positions.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to step out of your skin and do something that you normally wouldn't do. You know, I mean, that's the whole thing of being an actor.
Yeah.
You're being somebody else. Just fucking jump for it. Dude.
And do it, because and then if you call yourself an actor, be that, you know. A lot of people are just like, oh, I wouldn't do that role, or I wouldn't, guys, they're not gonna put makeup on my face. I'm like, what? Yeah. Dude, it's just makeup. Y'all just oh my God, man, y'all be tripping.
Yeah, a lot of girls. If people are complaining about makeup on a sets, dude, makeup is the base of any film.
Females, you know, the same way. You won't catch me.
The Rock has makeup on his face.
Yeah, people just.
So, where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook, William Jefferson Jr., Twitter, Instagram, Clubhouse, at Will Something Else. That's WILLSOMEELSE. Because my friends tell me, Will, you are something else.
Boy, you are. So, any special shout outs?
Yes, shout out to God.
First and foremost.
Without him, I'm nothing. Shout out to my parents, my mom and dad, grandmother, family in general. Even the ones that don't support me or fake support me. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my fans and future fans and future clients and my clients who also support me, my close friends and strangers. Shout out to everybody. Because everybody matters. Awesome, man. Hey, dude, it was a pleasure. Thank you for jumping on. Thank you for having me, man.
This was a blast.